Anyway, I was out of town. I had Peyton mad at me, Amanda mad at me, and my mom mad, and everybody else was mad at everybody. I don't know. But I was out of town, everybody was mad at me, and then everybody was mad at everybody else. So, I don't know how I managed that. Oh, we got, well, Peyton didn't include, didn't I say didn't include, didn't tell Amanda. She knew everything was going on, but she didn't have time and everything. So Amanda had her feelings hurt that she was kind of excluded. My mom kind of invited herself to show up. So anyway, Amanda got her feelings hurt, called me, fussing at me. So I called Peyton and said, look, we need to call you. Her feelings hurt. Wait about a half hour. So hey, we're going to get our hair did, this and this. I want you to go. Well, she went in there right as soon as I hung up. Amanda knew that I called her. And so anyway, they all got mad at each other. So mom got mad because she felt like they didn't want her to go. So. Oh yeah. It was crazy. I didn't notice what you did come up. I wouldn't know.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get started and start the celebrations and the memories and everything that's fun. It's just great to be here with everyone this afternoon, this evening. It's a beautiful evening. The sun is shining. We walked in. It's kind of cold in here, but it's good. Mr. Loft and I were talking about our heads a little cold because he's a newbie when it comes to a short haircut. So he's getting accustomed to the look. So Coach, he has to catch up with us, you know. But my hair started getting a little cold as well. So, but it is a great day to be with our retirees, to be with our service award participants, and it's just great to be here, away from the administration building, away from the school buildings, where we can just enjoy, relax, toast some people, and think about some of the memories that we've had for some, and just maybe be a little envious of those that are retiring. You know, just say, now, why are you retiring? Maybe you can come back, and all of those wonderful things. It's just good to be here and to be happy. I'll be back in a minute and talk a little bit about why we're here, but I do want to give this time to Mr. Lofton so he can come and bring greetings to everyone. Board member, Mr. Kenneth Lofton.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everybody, our retirees and honorees for the day. I got one question before we start. Ms. Barbara Jones, stand up, please. I got to ask this question. Ms. Barbara Jones, you've been here 49 years. What made you not say, let me do 50? What was so bad that you say, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm not even going to make 50. Oh. Doc, one more. Get that woman $10,000. Well, greetings from the school board. I'm Vice President Kenneth Lofton. We have our board member, Miss Ambrose. Boss, I'm gonna call somebody else. And well, I'd like to congratulate all of our retirees and our honorees for the day. It's a blessing and a pleasure to be amongst you, to know that you've served one district for that many years, that you spent that much time shaping and molding our kids' lives. And I'm pretty sure my life too. I can see a bunch of people that affected my life also. Frida, fighting in our neighborhood. But anyway, it's a blessing, honor. We thank you. If you want to come back, let him know. I'm pretty sure a couple of y'all, Baptiste, ain't gonna make it till June. Ain't gonna be on the phone hollering about, Doc, can you? Yeah, ain't gonna make June. Somebody gonna get on your nerves at your house to make you come back to work. So the over and under we done said it's gonna be 4 y'all. Gonna call and want to come back, and we're gonna welcome you back with open arms. Thank you for serving our district these many years. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lofton. I tell you, it's bittersweet when you talk about retirement, because you think about it and you're not really sure, but then it comes to a point where you know it's time and you just do it. And then as we move forward, we're celebrating some of the ones 20, 25 years, and that is wonderful. We want you to keep coming back. To our retirees, stand up. Everyone that's retiring, stand up. Stand up so we can see who you are. Yes. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Our service awards, stand up for 20, 25, 30 years, 30, 40, 49, yes. 35, 40, 45. That's great, that's great, that is great. I tell you, congratulations to each of you. You know, your career has really escalated, and you've done so many wonderful things. You've touched so many kids, no matter what position you were in. But I will say this, the last 2 years have been 2 years that I think you have done the most, because you kept the glue together. It's been difficult. It's been unprecedented. That's what we heard the words. It's been unbelievable. it has been something that we never could have even dreamed about. But thank God for each of you that you were here with us, and thank God you didn't decide to retire until now. And hopefully we're on the backside of the COVID. But I think about from Hurricane Rita to Umberto to we went through Harvey, we've gone through COVID. It's been a lot, and we still stand today. So I tell you, with your strength, with your prayers, it's been great. It's been great. And I look at some of you, and we'll talk a little bit more about all of the things that you've done. I have memories, just things that I've seen. And I say it all the time, and I'm looking at people, and I'm thinking, wow. We talked about Mrs. Jones earlier. Mrs. Jones has always been in all of our parts. She's decorated. She's been a Dale. She's sang for us. She's done, so many things. And we just appreciate her. We appreciate, where are the other retirees at that table? I'm going to just go down each one. And I'll say some of them. Now, I got to talk about my brother here, Jaron. Now, Jaron has been my brother for quite a number of years. And he's just wonderful. Jaron, I tell you, Jaron was trying to retire many years ago. And I said, Jaron, go sit down somewhere, because you cannot retire. And then Jaron and I have this relationship I call Angela. Angela is his sister. I said, now, Angela, she said, what are you saying? He's going to retire. He can't retire. I said, call him. He think he retired. Then we got that out of his head. And then he snuck this one in on us. So I'm thinking, how did he get that one in on us? But as Lofton said, you'll be back. Don't worry. He probably won't. And Miss Davis, where's Gwen Davis now? It's good to be from Port Arthur. Gwen and I worked at Sears about 30 years ago. We were together at Sears before both of her boys were even born. And I tell you, and she's been the same beautiful smile, same personality, all of those years. And it's just wonderful, wonderful. Sandra Bradford, she's sitting there, and Sandra's got a grandbaby now, so Sandra said, I'm not coming back with you all. I'm out of here. She has a beautiful grandbaby. She's spoiling, and she said they're trying to come get the baby now because she's spoiling the baby too much. But she has been just a steady person in our district, employee in our district. And then she brought her son on, so that's a wonderful thing. So she's not leaving. She still has a life in our district, which is a great thing. And Miss Chapman coming with her smile, and Miss Chapman may be exotic coin. She's sitting on the side of Miss Eddie, so ain't no telling what's going to happen before the night's over. So we just appreciate Miss Chapman. Miss Chapman has been through it with us with the hurricanes, and when you ask her to get those buses rolling, those buses were rolling. And so we just appreciate Miss Chapman and everything that she has done. It's just been amazing, really, how we've taken things and just moved it along. And then we have Miss. I was asking Stephanie Rose. I said, "Are you really retiring?" She. But now after she retired, she's just gonna retire for a minute. But I'm telling you, we need English teachers now. So you cannot leave and go too far, because there is a place back here. Once you finish, you can come. We won't give you a class. There will be certain students that will have to come to you for tutoring during the day. We have those tutors during the day. So you'll have a place, and I promise you won't have more than 5 students per session. No. They'll be, no, they won't be. They'll be like our bubble. We just call them bubble kids. That's what you'll have. So don't worry. Look, but today don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then we have Paul Roy. Where's Mr. Roy? I saw him over here. He was just Paul. He done dropped half his name. He dropped half his name. But he was my neighbor for a while, so we got to know each other, and he and his wife, and now he said no more Roy, just Paul. So, but he'll be back too. We'll have him back. Look, you're over there with some bad people now. You heard Stephanie Rose, that's rubbing off on you. Then we have Coach Scipion, and Coach Scipion, his personality, he's just calm. He's been there for us. He's just been a wonderful, wonderful employee. Children came through the district, and he's just the same smile, the same demeanor, and he's been a role model for our kids for so many years, and just happy to see him. And then Brian Singleton, I tell you, Brian, I don't know what to say about Brian. Brian was one. No. Listen, I can remember coming from home, coming from the administration building, going home, and I still have this in my head. And Brian was at the baseball field at Memorial High, and he was on something like this tractor, and he was driving the tractor. He was taking care of the field, and what he would do, he was on the tractor. He'd pull up a little bit, and he'd get off, and then he'd rake that field. He would rake the field. Then he'd get on the tractor. He'd drive a little further. He'd get off, and he'd rake that field. But if you watch Brian work, it just gave you chills because he was so into. He was by himself on that field, and I say everything he did it from the heart. He did it from God, because I'm telling you, you enjoyed them fields. You took care of them fields, brother. They were like his children. So thank you for all. Thank you. Did I miss anybody? I'm looking through the pictures here. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. But I didn't see her come in, Miss. Yeah, okay. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Miss Londo came with us 5 years ago, made all kind of changes, and I will mess with Miss Londo. Miss Londo and I, we have this relationship here that we box. But I will say this: I do admire Mrs. Londo, and I hope she don't mind me saying this, but whatever. She don't work for us anymore. But I'll say this: she, and I have to admire her. She came here to help her mother, take care of her mother, and she had a life. She had a life in Memphis, Tennessee, and she decided to come here like a dutiful daughter should. She came here, and immediately after she got here, Harvey hit. But she kept moving, and she kept going, and she never, I'm sure sometimes it was hard for her to have given up her life and come over here and start working with her mother, and then working with us, and then now she's retired and her mother's ill. But I was thinking about her today, and I said, what a heart that she must feel that she came here in the nick of time, at the right time. That, a lot of times we do things, and it's not what we want to do, but God knows when it's time for us to do those things. And what a blessing to be able to have been here to take care of your mom. So congratulations to you, and I hope everything works out with your mom and your family. But I hope my daughter is as dutiful and loving as you have been to your mom. So I'll hope, I'm going to pray on that one. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. And now we're going to have Miss Adrian Lott. She's going to come and pray. Now, I've never heard Miss Lott pray, but I'm going to see how she prays here today. I'm going to say, now, I'm going to see, we got to see you. Miss Lott didn't come up in the administration, but now she want to pray. Now, I don't know about that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing now? Do we really need that much prayer? Is it a good thing? Are you praying to help us, or are you praying just because you always prayed? You see? You see?
It's just the invocation. It's just grace.
We're not going to say, bless me, Father, Father, and all that. What's that Catholic stuff you do?
I don't know. I'm Baptist.
Okay, good.
May we please bow our heads for, the pressure on this invocation. Heavenly Father, we thank you for our gathering of our PAISD family as we celebrate our retirees and our service award recipients. We thank you for all of the years, the decades of dedication that they gave in service to our district. And we ask that you will bless the food that we are about to receive, that it may be used for our nourishment and our enjoyment. And we thank you for the fellowship that we are partaking in this evening. And we pray that when we depart from this place, that we will never depart from your care. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. How was that?
Okay, we're going to start. Is dinner being served now? Okay, we're ready. And then we will, after we get all of our food together, we'll start the program after everyone has had a little time to eat.
Sorry about that.
a karaoke night? Yeah, we need to do that. Maybe have a party. Yeah, like I was setting up for a meeting one day and I was testing the mic. I was just singing. Everybody, we should start a karaoke for you. Y'all let me. I should have been singing more album for y'all. I love karaoke. Good. So when I go, I'm up there. Let me do something we can do at the end of the year for the staff. See? And they come out, let's do something fun. I'm trying to do something fun. We've been COVID. We've been hiring each other. Yeah. I meant to bring it to you a while back, but this was actually a decent time right now. Karaoke, we can do that. Now we can't have alcohol. If it's after hours, we can have a margarita fountain. Let's do that. Yeah, I was thinking about something else like that. Civic Center or something. Set up like a little, just a nice little, just a nice, like, chill night, like, you know, with 6 to 9 or something like that. Yeah, you know, we have set up some karaoke, have a little margarita fountain, just real hors d'oeuvres, real low key. Yeah. Now look into that. We'll try to do that. We'll see. If I can be of any help, if you happen to come up, I would. You gonna be help? You gonna help? I got you. You know what people have out there? I mean, I'll let it be my baby. I'll champion it. been trying to find something that like that, but like that are comfortable. I bought some and they're not. I've been trying. You had some, I think. You have some like that? You said something? Oh, never mind. Yeah, see.
You're talking about the brown?
Are they black? Are they black?
No, they're not. They're kind of thin. But I think because of the little fingers, they give you that kind of. They're dark.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. We want you to continue to eat. Good. Hopefully you're enjoying your food. Came in late, so I hadn't had a chance to talk. Come here. Come here. Come here. Now, you know what? Now, Petrie and I started 30 years ago. She was there, and I started with Petrie at Lamar Guidance Center. Now, when I tell you this sister here, when I tell you a sister, she was a sister. And when I tell you she handled the kids, and that's when now you think you had some kids at PAC that had some problems. We had some kids at PAC that had some problems. But when I tell you she handled it and handled it well, and then went on to the high school, and we talked about the tears. Tears was saying, we gotta go up here, you gotta leave Lamar. I don't wanna leave Lamar. Well, I'm leaving Lamar. I said, you leaving, you gotta get out of here. You gotta go on to the TJ, and we gonna make it. I'm not going. I said, yeah, you going. But that's just how I'm not going. And cried through there, and then had a nice time there, and then went on. But everybody loved Petrie. The kids loved Petrie, even the ones that shot people. Yeah. But we love you, and you have been a stable employee, and we just love you. Just love you. Now we'll hear from about everybody else, and we're going to call up Dr. Vine first. You know, Dr. Vine is going to come up. Why is Dr. Vine coming up first? Why? If everybody knows, why is she coming up first? Hey, you know it. Say it louder. Elementary first. Elementary first. Always. That's right.
Good evening. It is both an honor and a privilege to recognize the following retirees this evening. Congratulations, Richard Aldez. Mr. Aldez is retiring from the maintenance department as a warehouse supervisor with 30 years of service. Okay. Congratulations, Winona Alford. Ms. Alford is retiring from Terrell Elementary as a teacher with 14 years of service. Congratulations, Jaron Baptiste. Mr. Baptiste is retiring from Sam Houston Elementary as a teacher's aide with 31 years of service. Congratulations, Sandra Bradford. Ms. Bradford is retiring from Booker T. Washington as a cook. That's what's on the sheet. Let's pull from the book. Yes. Okay. All right, at this time, we're going to recognize Sandra Bradford the right way. Ms. Bradford is retiring from Memorial High School as a physical education and athletics coach. And we're going to do the photo at this time. The correction with the gift. Let's give Ms. Bradford another round of applause. And we'll make a correction with that gift so that it reflects coach, not cook. Next, we'll recognize Ms. Esther Chapman. Ms. Chapman is retiring from the Transportation Department as a Transportation Director with 29 years of service. Next, we'll recognize Gwendolyn Davis. Gwendolyn Davis is retiring from Memorial High School as a content mastery instructor with 28 years of service. Congratulations. Congratulations, Damon Gingo. Mr. Gingo is retiring from Memorial High School as a teacher after 4.5 years of service in that position. Congratulations, Carol Guillory. Carol Guillory is retiring from Memorial High School as a paraprofessional after 27 years of service. Next, congratulations, Barbara Jones. Ms. Jones is retiring from the Curriculum and Instruction Department as the world's best secretary. I couldn't help it. And after 49 years of service.
Woohoo!
How will I stay employed? How will all of us stay employed? Congratulations, Matthew Kennerson. Mr. Kennerson is retiring from Memorial High School as a cafeteria cook after 20 years of service. And next, congratulations, Kathy Londo. Ms. Londo is retiring from the Human Resources Department as Executive Director of HR after 5 years of service in that position. Congratulations. Let's give all of our A through L retirees another big round of applause. Again, congratulations to each of you and best wishes to you and your family.
Good evening to all. Congratulations to all of the honorees this evening. And I'd like to say, regardless to the position you held within the district, you impacted the lives of children. And I'd say to you, you are going to feel the impact of what you've done for children for decades to come. Congratulations on being in the field of education. M to Z retirees. Ms. Linda Page is retiring from the payroll department as a clerical employee after a 22-year career. Congratulations to Ms. Page. Ms. Ramona Petrie is retiring from Memorial High School as the instructor of in-school suspension and credit recovery after a 30-year career. Ms. Petrie, congratulations. Ms. Stephanie Rhodes is retiring from Memorial High School as an English 4 AP teacher and department head after a 30-year career. Congratulations, Ms. Rhodes. All right. Mr. Paul Roy is retiring from Memorial High School as a teacher after a 17-year career. Congratulations. Just Paul. Coach Dwight Sipien is retiring from Memorial High School as a teacher and coach after a 34-year career. Congratulations, classmate. Mr. Brian Singleton is retiring from the maintenance department as the grounds and athletics field supervisor after a 40-year career. We'll pause for a moment, then we'll move in to honoring those who have 20 more years of service to the district, to the Port Arthur Independent School District. We'll pause for a moment. Mrs. Maylene Williams, 20 years in PAISD. Congratulations. Mrs. Marcia Shaw, 25 years in PAISD. Congratulations, Mrs. Shaw. Dr. Lori Hunt, 25 years in PAISD. Mrs. Tammy Rose, 25 years in PAISD. Mrs. Sheila Taylor, 25 years in PAISD. Miss Monique Sutton, 30 years in PAISD. Mrs. Lori Lewis, 30 years in PAISD. Ma'am? Okay, she says 30 years, and she wants me to make sure I said the Queen Elementary. Mrs. Laurie Hampshire, 30 years in PAISD. Mrs. Arlene Hall, 35 years in PAISD. Mrs. Rosanna Phillip. 45 years in PAISD, my classmate. We certainly want to extend our appreciation and thanks to all of you for the service that you provided to the Port Arthur Independent School District and to those of you who will continue to provide service to the Port Arthur Independent School District. Who did I miss? I don't. Will you tell me, because I don't have it on my list? Just give me the name and the years and I'll announce it. Dana Mouton. Okay, I just want to make sure I got it right. It's not on my list, but Ms. Dana Mouton, 30 years of service. Thank you, Ms. Mouton, for your years of service. We appreciate you.
That's the biggest challenge right about that.
We all had to get up. That's class of 83, the very best. Yes, yes, yes. 83 was the best. You know, that's the best, yes. We all look good. We still vertical. We can still hear. Oh, we have our teeth. We're doing good. We're doing good. We have our teeth. Okay, you real? So far, we might have a partial, but we're not telling. Okay, next, we have one of the most famous, dynamic, gifted, wonderful, dynamic, wonderful, gifted singers in Southeast Texas, all the states of the United States, all over the world. And he's our very own Mr. Dwight Wagner. Come on, Mr. Wagner.
Thank you, Dr. Portery. I appreciate that. Paid him a lot of money to say those words. I would like to add my name to the list of those who are congratulating you today. I wish you the best in the future, and I am blessed to have worked with many of you here today, and it's been a wonderful experience. So I'd like to share with you in song and wish you the best in all your future endeavors. No ringing bells, no more lies to tell, or supporting all those club fundraisers with candy to sell. Don't come my way, I have bills to pay. As a matter of fact, I'm too cheap to join the PTA. No more time to serve kids who get on my nerves, or receiving calls from disgruntled parents that I don't deserve. When I try my best to do well on T-tests, my appraiser comes into my room when I'm in distress. So I just called to say, don't call me. I just called to say, don't ring my phone. I just called to say, don't call me. I'd appreciate it oh so much if you leave me alone. I'm tired of picking up trash because it's breaking my back, and having to wait until spring break for the floors to wax. I'm through with dishing up plates. I don't have to tolerate the noisy children in my lunch line. I like to intimidate. When I'm driving the bus, I do not want to fuss. I pray in love to God above, please don't let me cuss. No more counseling or hearing telephones ring and preparing the students for all of their testing, like STAR and beginning of the year, and STAR and the end of the year, and TELPAS and ASVAB and STAR and STAR. Did I say STAR? It's time for me to say I'd better run away before Dr. Portery begs me to stay. Don't cry for me, I got Social Security and TASR, plus I'm gonna win the lottery. I really call to say I'll miss you, and even though I know I will be free, I just call to say I'll really, really miss you, and I'll always love my PAISD. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's give the White Wagner another big round of applause. Another big round. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, it has been a wonderful evening. And it's just good to share with some of you. And I don't usually do this because it is, it's getting late, but does anyone have anything to say? Anything pressing? Anything that you want to say goodbye or whatever? If you have just something you want to say, we'll offer this time to you. It is your time. The mic is yours. And I'll say this, hopefully, and I know education is difficult. It really is difficult. But hopefully you found some happiness every now and then. It can be difficult. We've had some hard times. But I hope every now and then when you think about the PAISD, when you think about some of the students that you've touched, it'll bring a smile to your face, a warm feeling in your heart that you have touched a human being. It's not like an inanimate object, or it's not like just doing nothing. But when you walked into education, even students who you don't even know, you've touched them because they've watched you. You may have smiled at them and told them good morning when they really needed a good morning. You may have looked at them and redirected them in a way, in a disciplined manner, and they really felt that to heart. Not that you were being cruel, but you actually cared about them. And anytime you touch a person, and especially a child, what else is there? What else is there? You know, adults are okay, but when you work with children, hey, that's the ultimate. So, if you want to say something, you better come on up and say it. Yes, I knew Barbara's gonna come and say something. She wasn't gonna let me down.
Thank you, Dr. Portery. I'd just like to say I have enjoyed working with each and every one of you. I started out, I think I was 21 years old when I started out with PAISD. I started out as an aide working in the early childhood program over at Carver School. And you know, that was a long time because there is no more Carver School. But I started out working with early childhood. That became a position open at the administration building. One of the secretaries, at least the secretary at Carver School, said, Barbara, there's an opening over at the administration building. You need to apply for it. I said, oh, Ms. Tomplay, I know I can't work that job. I said, I said, I don't think I have the skills enough. She said, well, you were a secretary over in Austin, because I worked at the coordinating board in the lawn department. And back then, tell you how long it was, I was a secretary, and we used dictaphones at that particular time. You know, that's a long time. So I said, I don't know, Miss Tomplay. She said, try for it, girl. So I did. I had an interview. I tried for it, and I got the position. So I worked at Carver. Then there was a position that came available at the administration building in special ed. I was, yes. And Dr. Verley Mitchell was over pupil personnel at that particular time, and I was her secretary. So, and at that time, you needed to know shorthand. Well, I took shorthand in college, but that was a long time ago. So over at Stillwell, I think Joe Landry's wife taught shorthand, and I'm not going to bore you. So I took a course in shorthand, and I started taking shorthand with Dr. Mitchell. Then a position became available in personnel with Dr. McBee. Betty Lipkin said, Barbara, there's a position open in personnel. Why don't you try? I said, Betty, you have to take shorthand. I said, I don't want to take shorthand. So she said, oh, Dr. McBee, he doesn't dictate fast. You can get it. I said, girl, I'll try. I tried, and I got the position. Then there was a position that came available in curriculum and instruction, and I worked for Dr. Winifred Friedlow. We had such a wonderful time in Port Arthur ISD. It is not a bad district. I don't know, what people say about us. There are some good things. Look, PAISD paid for my bills. My son was 3 years old when I came over here. He's now 51 and in education. Started out with PAISD. PAISD, he had some wonderful teachers. He worked with Dr. Portery. And he left and went to Houston. But when being here, saying all of that, working in PAISD, y'all have been some wonderful people to work with. I have met a lot of wonderful friends here. I had the best bosses that you could ever have. So I would like to say to the newbies, you are going to love it. Dr. Portery is such a wonderful superintendent. Wonderful. So I hope the retirees, you have a wonderful year. You know, everybody says, you know, when it's time to go. I was going to leave last year, but when COVID came and I stayed home, I said, excuse my language, oh, hell no, I'm going back to work. I was bored to death. And then I started working, you know, back working. Also assisting with my mom, like Ms. Londo is. And that's a job. And I said, you know, I am really tired of getting up at 4:45 and then have to come to work, then leave, and I'm the caregiver of my mother when I leave from here. So I can enjoy life. I don't know how long she's going to be here. She's 98 years old. Just whenever the Lord take her, I can say, you know, I gave my mother my best. I gave PAISD my best, and I'm going to be okay. So to all of you, good luck, best wishes. I love you, and thank you for 49 years of service here at PAISD.
Okay, well, nobody else. Come on, Rose. I know I was hoping. You know, Rose got to say something. Believe it or not, that's my gym buddy. When I met on the Stairmaster, she passing and she just got through doing all what she's doing. Lord, I haven't graduated to that class.
Oh, the yoga class? You don't do it. I just want to say thank you to a lot of the people in this room who gave me a chance when sometimes my mouth was bigger than my brain. And but that's okay because I have a love for those kids, and everybody knows that. When I first got here, Dr. Bledsoe was my principal, and I couldn't get the job, and I had to go into the office at the administration building when it was downtown and sitting there for a week before somebody saw me. And so I just sat there long enough, they gave me a job. And I didn't even have a room. I pushed a cart, and I had seniors, and I wasn't that much older than them, and I thought, what am I doing? But I got through that year with a lot of help. And one of the best people I ever known taught here, Maureen Burleser. And that woman knew more. She's forgotten more than I'll ever know. And she was there for me, and she taught me. And that's why I think that I stayed so long, because she was amazing, amazing. I've met a lot of good friends here. And I just wanted to say, sometimes maybe, you know, I didn't always do the right thing, but I always did the fun thing. Okay.
Hey, and fun, you got to have some fun sometimes, so that's okay. Come on, coach.
But first of all, Dr. Porter, thank you so much. Dr. Mitchell, thank you so much. It's been an honor working here in Port Arthur Independent School District. I've put all my years of teaching and service right here in Port Arthur. I loved it. I will miss it. But I'm also going to get out there and enjoy some grandkids, something I'm finally getting some grandchildren. I have a little granddaughter, and I'll have a grandson in August. So I'm excited to go into the next phase of my life. But I will let you know, I loved what I did here. I loved every minute of it. Thank y'all so much. Thanks to everyone.
Okay. And it is a lovely place to be. All right. Anyone else? Come on, Petrie. Oh, Petrie. Oh, Petrie. Come on, Petrie. Come on, Petrie. What am I doing? I'm just letting you come in.
When I first came here in 1982, Mr. Fowler was my principal. And he said, I can't say what he said, but he told me he wanted me to teach ISS. And coming from Louisiana, I'm like, what is ISS? Who does that? Who teach students just to sit there watching all day? In the country, you don't want to work. You don't want to go to school, you go to work. They push in the field, and you go to work. But he said, I want you to be the meanest somebody you can be. Just imagine Mr. Fowler, right? So 20 years, and I said, I can't do this. This is like killing me. Then I said, no, it's not. I get paid every time you get paid. I said, I would be here for as long as I could survive it. So then I got the call. Mr. Fowler and I would just always joke like, girl, one day you're going to leave me. I said, man, you're crazy. I'm not going nowhere. And one day we got that call. It was like a death sentence. He said, Mark mean it for real. I said, no, Mark does not mean it for real. I'm not going nowhere. He was like, you got to go. And I was like, okay. Miss Lee and I both went together. And she had me go through it after I went to his office and told him that I was not going to do that. And I was going to leave and quit. Didn't know where I was going to go, but I had to think about it twice. I said, I better take it. I'll just do it right now for a little while. But it lasted an additional 10 more years because I stayed with PAC for 20 years. And PAC was unbelievable. If a kid walk up and say, hey, Miss Sostan, I say, you've been knowing me since 82. I know you've been, if they say Petrie, you're kind of up to date. But I've seen them all, and they always say, you remember when you made us write the definition out the book? I said, what else you was going to do? You had to figure you something out to do. What you going to do? He said, but I never forget you with the way. And then it go on and on and on, but I made it. In 30 years, I knew when, and this is when. I said goodbye. But I love you all.
She's a sweetheart. Okay. It's dusk. All right. Come on, Esther Chapman. Come on down.
Well, hello, everyone. I just want to take the time out to thank everyone that had a part of my life with PAISD. It has been a pleasure, and I enjoyed every moment of it. It was tough, but it was great. And the people I worked with, they were great. Some, we had to push and pull, but through it all, we made it. And like I say, transportation would never be the same because I'm not there. But Mr. Metz, do your best. I'm pulling for you. But I really did enjoy my time here at PAISD. When Mr. Wobble called me and I came, I was like, okay, I'm going to be assistant. Then Mr. Brown up and left me. And I was there, but I did the best I could, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Thank you, Dr. Porter. Oh, yes, I must not miss Mr. Rito. He was a great assistant. We were a great team. Then he left me. I don't know why all the men in my life decided to leave. But this time, Mr. Metz, I left you. But thank you.
And she wonders why. Help us, Lord. Okay. It has been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Anything else? Oh, I definitely want to thank the ladies for putting all this together. The ladies back there, Collins, Ms. Aurora, Ms. Young, Ms. Davis. They do a great job in secret, I tell you. They don't bother me with it. They just put it together and we move forward. and it all turns out well. So anything, well, hopefully you get home safely. Remember, we have to come to work tomorrow. You're not retired yet. So we can keep that last check. So you just don't come back here to work. You just come back. I'll show you. You have to keep, Mr. Wilder, hold that check for him, especially that one right there. See, he giggling. That's so. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything that you've done. We honor you. We thank you, and we wish you a good night. Only when Dr. Porter is. Yes, on that too. We'll have to show it to you tomorrow when it's live. We don't edit live stuff. You can't edit live stuff. You on there now. It's gonna live forever.